Alright, so we're gonna start right now with some spectator casting. Hope you all are excited to see this as I am. And as we begin, right away, we're gonna start off with some very interesting cards here. I would pretty much get rid of the Boulder Fist and the Bloodsail Raider, or Bloodsail Corsair, as that is, right? And that's exactly what he gets rid of. Our brave hero down at the bottom, from his point of view, is EvilYoshiBoy. And his opponent, the opposite druid, is Pandu. And as standard, we will begin with the Cogmaster. Very interestingly, at the beginning of the game, so when you start with those cards that come out from the very beginning, what you first want to do is you want to look for mana curve, right? You want to have a nice curve of 1s, 2s, and 3s just to start off the game with and provide you with some good options to begin putting pressure in the early game. Secondly, of course, you want to be looking for combos that you can use because you can actually get enough tempo at the beginning of these games to outright win. So what we had actually was a really good combo at the very beginning, and that was with the Cogmaster and the Demolisher. For those that don't know, the Demolisher is actually a mech now. Its subheading has been renamed, reclassified as a mech. And so here in the turn 2 stages, it would actually be a good idea to coin out the Demolisher. For one thing, the Demolisher, as you can see here, the Demolisher's ability, the good thing about this ability, the fact that makes this ability good, is when the card is out on the field. So you want to get it out on the field as fast as humanly possible. Plus, let me close this for, a bit. Our opponent, in his turn 2, used his hero power. That means he's got nothing on the board now. So we can actually take a ton of power of board control away from him by putting this Demolisher on the board and applying almost indirect pressure, because every time it comes back to our turn, it's going to deal 2 damage to our opponent. Unfortunately, our brave hero, EvilYoshiBoy, decides on using his hero power. In my opinion, that is a blunder, because you've pretty much just given away some tempo. Even though EvilYoshiBoy really doesn't have a turn 3 play. Look at that! He got a card that was 3 mana, so he could easily have played that this turn as well. And plus, again, combos. We want to be looking at combos here, and when you've got a Demolisher on the board already and you throw out a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, the combos are just gonna they're just gonna keep coming, right? The Demolisher had a good chance of hitting that Spider Tank, and then what you do is you use the Cogmaster, hit the Spider Tank, and guess what? Your Flesh-Eating Ghoul now has 2 times the attack, or not 2 times the attack, but +2 attack now, and you've got a strong, healthy board, again, protecting the Demolisher from getting killed. So now, of course, EvilYoshiBoy is going to use the coin for his Sludge Belcher, an alright play, I suppose. He could have used the Piloted Shredder, but in the game of Hearthstone, you always want to be looking closely for future plays. And what can our opponent do next? How can we set up the board so that we can deal with what he's dealing with what he's going to throw out next, possibly? And these predictions are going to be highly contingent upon what hero you're up against, because you can't really prepare for neutral cards unless there is this kind of meta going around where there's certain neutral cards being chosen in Arena. And of course, yes, this is an Arena deck, so if for those of you that couldn't figure that out. At this point, EvilYoshiBoy kind of has to trade the board, because right now, he's in an okay position, right? He's got 5 cards, his opponent has 5 cards, +1 because he went first, so he starts off the rotation of turns. And they've both got 1 creature on the board. Unfortunately now, with a Stampeding Kodo, it's kind of hard to take back that tempo that was just lost. He does have Starfall, which is a very good card for regaining tempo and regaining some card draw advantage. We'll see what he's going to do here. I would say that getting something on the board is more important. The Stranglethorn Tiger is a wonderful choice for this, because your opponent can't really attack it. He can't really respond to this card because it is a stealth. And so our opponent, Pandu, floods the board. This can be kind of an all-in play, but because we don't really have a Starfall in hand right now, we can't really take advantage of it. So unfortunately, what's going to happen is we may have to use Starfall, or another opportunity or another option here is to use the Silverhand Knights so that we can begin applying pressure on the board as well. For right now, we can take out one of his creatures, which is good. Which one, though, is a toss-up. I would say the Stampeding Kodo, simply because the power of the Stampeding Kodo comes from its battle cry. And if this druid has, say, a Youthful Brewmaster, or any of the Brewmasters really, he can take that card, bring it back to his hand, and then use it again for even more value. That's one of the very standard plays in Hearthstone, is being able to take a card back and then using it again. And battle cries are the best cards for that. So right now what we're trying to do, and what EvilYoshiBoy's plan should be, is to really regain board control. He already has card draw advantage. His health management could use a bit of work, but you know what, right now at about 20 to 25 health, you don't really need to worry about health too much. The Anodized Robocub, an option here, but really we just want to flood the board and force our opponent to attack into our minions. Or if he attacks our face, that's great too, because then we have the option of deciding which of our creatures runs their faces into his creatures. Again, our opponent only has 3 cards, so if we can somehow take out those 3 creatures that are on the field right now, this is going to be great, because we're going to be in a great position. EvilYoshiBoy has 6 cards in his hand, about to get another one to equal 7. Really, those Silverhand Knights are going to work really well here. And sure, this is a really good play right here. What this particular play does is it nullifies the Worgen's ability. So pretty much anything that the Worgen attacks, it's going to kill the Worgen. Oh man, unfortunately we have the Savage Roar. Second Savage Roar, oh my goodness. Unfortunately for our hero, EvilYoshiBoy, this is just the nature of the arena, and he's about to get absolutely wrecked. Was playing the Robocub a good idea? It might have been, but I think it would have been taken out pretty easily, and that's pretty much the game. I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did, and if you want to see more, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you all next time.